If you're an Indian, Pakistani, or Asian, or someone from Bangladesh or whatever, you know this term. It's called Gora. Gora or white skin. And this is a term that is used to categorize people from the West who are especially, blonde or have this Western accent or white skin. Okay? Now that doesn't mean to say that the darker skins or the African American or the African Brit or people who are dark skinned, they are not considered Westerners. But typically, this is the perception that someone who is in the West is white, has an accent, has blonde hair, or brunette or whatever. Now, over the years, because of social media, because of the internet, because travel has become affordable, because there's been so much of cross-cultural mix, that line has become kind of very thin. Okay? Today you have Chinese, you have Taiwanese, Korean, Africans, Libyan, Irani, Palestinian, staying in Australia, staying in Canada, staying in France. You have people from different walks of life in different countries, and you have various nationalities. Okay? However, by default, Gora or white is perceived to be this white man with blonde hair, with a very Western accent, especially case in point the British or the American accent. Now I'm giving you my experience, my perception, being born as an Indian. Even though I wasn't in India, I was born and raised in Dubai, but Indian family, Indian roots. Now we always had this perception of whites. Forgive me, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm giving you facts. Facts of my life, okay? This is my reality. So we as Indians, my family, I'm limiting it to that, we always believed whites were superior. We always believed they were advanced. We always believed they're highly educated. In fact, the sad fact was we mistook proficiency in the English language as more intelligence, more sophistication, better skill. People with a Western accent, people with a better grasp of the English language, we thought were always highly educated, and people who knew English. That is why someone from Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, India, Pakistan, Africa, who didn't know English, we thought he was dumb or he is not smart enough. But someone who knew English and spoke with that accent, like the British or the American, wow, they are so smart. And this was the belief or bias that was there, especially in the Middle East. That is why you always had Arabs who would employ a white skin for double the salary or 3 times the salary of that of an Indian. Let's say an engineer, Indian engineer, say for example, experience $3,000. A white engineer from Australia, from Canada, from United States, from UK, France, Germany, same engineer, same set of skills, Indian or Asian or Pakistani, $3,000, white skin, $10,000. I'm not exaggerating, it's a fact. Okay, this was a fact when I was in UAE. So they would pay $10,000 versus the Indians $3,000. Now, you know what is the funny thing? The Indian, what will say, shake their head. They wouldn't speak English. Okay, sir, okay. No problem, sir. Abel. That's how they would talk. While the British or American, hi, Mark, how are you doing, man? What you like to do? Oh, would you like to go out? And this is my best accent, you know. Would you like a cup of tea? Sure. Hey, just pour the Johnny Walker. Whatever fucking accent, I'm not good at that. So they would always say, wow, smart, Indian, hey. They would go like that. Now the funny thing was, the Indian guy would have maybe an MBA and he would get a low salary. The Gora white guy would have a school education, and he would work in a YMCA or a skill development institute, or he'll just be basic ordinary skills, like without any degree, but he would be given this managerial job, where an Indian would be given senior engineer, Gora would be given technical director. This used to happen in the Middle East. Trust me, these are actual facts. Okay, that is why you'll see an Indian driving a Toyota, Gora driving a Range Rover, full options. Now there were other reasons also why this used to happen, because Indians, the population was 1 billion. Goras, the population was about 100 million. And on top of that, the currency value was so low in rupees, like $1 versus when you convert to rupees, so that was big for them. But the white skin guy, for him, if he was earning in Middle East currency, it would be really less. So he would want much more. So if the standard in his country was $1,000, here he would expect at least 800, 900. Now, one of the reasons for this, why they're accepting low, is in his country, tax was 35%, even up to 50%, like Denmark and Germany. Tax is 50 to 55%. In UAE, tax-free money. So even if he was getting 1,000 there, but he's getting like 500 here, it's quite a lot. And because having white skin was a rarity, it was considered as a premium. If your company had 10 white skin guys, your company was thought to be, wow, premium, superior. But if your company had 10 Indian engineers or 10 Sudanese or African or Pakistan, I don't mean this in a derogatory manner, this is a fact. If you had Bangladeshis and all that, you would think, oh, this is a cheap company. Even though the Africans, the Indians, the Pakistanis would be far more qualified. Do you know, this would surprise you, do you know, I have met so many Africans with a master's degree whose English is impeccable and perfect. Those poor fellows are working as construction workers for $200, $300 a month as laborers in the Middle East. This is not even exaggeration, this is a fact. It's so saddening. I received some people from Africa, their CVs. The poor guys, or girls, they're working as security guards. Security guard, just imagine someone with an MBA, someone with technical knowledge, someone who has studied and got the skill. I even met one guy who was an engineer. He took on the role of a laborer because he didn't get any opportunities. Racism and this unprofessional behavior exists. And then, it depends on the country's economy. Like Philippines, the jobs are so scarce. The value of their peso is so bad. The economy is in shambles. Corruption is so high. Getting jobs is so tough. That's why even in Thailand, you have Filipinos working. Now, given that, third world countries, the currency value is so low. Westerners, their currency value is so high. They are a rarity. So it's considered like, having this like NFTs or rare art. So you have one Gora with amazing command over the language, but very average basic skills. Tell me one thing. An engineer is an engineer. Accounts guy is an accounts guy. What is the difference between an Indian accountant, qualified, both of them, or a Pakistani qualified accountant, or a Bangladeshi, and a Westerner qualified in accounts? With everything else being the same, there's nothing, it's just a perception. In fact, in so many cases, there are so many Indians, Pakistanis, Africans, much more qualified, much more educated than the Westerners. However, this used to be before. It's not that it's over, it's still there. But today, it's far more less because of the internet, social media. People have realized, oh, why am I overpaying this Gora? Why am I overpaying this white? For what, an accent? That is why you go to any technical meeting in UAE or the Middle East. In a technical meeting, you'll always have Mark Anderson or Richard Maximilian with a blue suit, pink tie, checked yellow shirt or whatever. And then you see Ramesh or Ram Prasad or Shiv Kumar or Sham. They're technical engineers with a hard hat, very simple coveralls. Jacob or Philip or Matthew or Muhammad or Ibrahim or something in coveralls, but this Gora in a suit. The Gora would come in a Range Rover or Maybach or BMW. The Indians would come in a Honda or Toyota, drive at the meeting. They would come out. When the meeting would go, Richard would stand up, or the Gora guy. Morning, gentlemen. Evening, afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here. Me and our team, we are focused on this project. The deliverables will be quantified and without a shadow of doubt be handed over with impeccable quality, unbridled enthusiasm, and an unforgettable experience. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our company and our team. Hey, applause, wow, what a PowerPoint, what a this and that. So the local guy who was there, Abdullah, okay, Yahi, thank you, good presentation. We have a couple of questions regarding the layout of the MCB and PCB. What is the voltmeter reading? How do you configure the SCADA software? Immediately, the Gora guy, Maximilian or Richard, excellent question. That is exactly why I bought the best in our team. Ramesh here. Ramesh, I want you to take over and lead the gentleman. And Kurian Kuchi, our right-hand guy for the technical, he will take over. On to you, boys. And these poor guys, okay sir, okay, the SCADA voltage meter, if you see the reading, and he'll explain the technical side. Now what has happened? The Gora guy is an idiot. He's just a dummy. He's just being paid a big salary to be a showpiece. And I know this for a fact because I've had even our Indian businessmen who wanted to be in the construction industry, Sardars, they employ 2 or 3 dummy Goras. Give them a Range Rover, give them a private villa. Why? Because when they have to go for meetings with these Arab locals, they need a Gora guy with a Gora car. If you're an Indian with an expensive car, no, they'll not let you in. And this racism that is there, this low self-esteem, unfortunately is inbred within our own society, within the third world countries. If you actually look, the most racist in the world are our Indians, Pakistanis, Sri Lankans. They themselves are racist towards their own kind. Even Filipinos, they see an American, oh wow, America. Indian, oh sir, sir. They will always call white guy sir, because the slavery mentality is still there. Pakistani, okay sir, no sir, yes sir. Even though a Pakistani, Indian, even an African, even a Chinese, they're smarter than most of the rest of the world. And until this low self-esteem, this attitude exists that you're not good enough, you'll never survive, man. And on top of this, the biggest fact is the Goras, no? They are aware of the fact that they can get away with this. They are aware of the fact that this kind of racism exists. They are aware of the fact this slavery mentality is there. That is why they come to these countries where they are entertained like gods. See, this racist attitude has been there for years and years. Not only because of the currency value, but because of the perception that these guys will spend money. On top of that, you have a government that gives them a sense of entitlement. Free housing, free unemployment benefits. Oh, you can pay later or whatever. Or you can declare bankruptcy, no problem. See, why do you think so many Goras, Brits and Americans, they'll go to a bar and pub and order a round of drinks and they don't care what is the bill. But see an Indian, if an Indian goes to a bar, he will buy a beer and he'll sip that beer for the rest of the whole evening. Gora guy on the other hand will buy the most expensive drinks and he'll order drinks after drinks, or he'll drink as if he has never drank alcohol in his life. He'll drink it like water. Arab guy will order because he has rich oil money, excess money. He doesn't know what to do. So he'll keep buying the most expensive and he wants to show off. This has been the reality in the Middle East. That is why Indians are considered kanjus. Indians, Pakistan. But it's not that they are stingy. They're saving money for their family. They have to send money back home. A white-skinned guy doesn't have to take care of his mother, father, grandfather, grandchildren, grandparents, uncles, aunts. Indian families, Asian families, Sri Lankans, they take care of joint family. They support everyone. And last if not the least, I think the Like I told you, the perception that proficiency in English is considered as a mark of intelligence. See, always keep this in mind. Accent, no? Accent. Okay? One is accent, one is the grasp of the English vocabulary. With regards to accent, a Chinese will sound like Chinese, Korean will sound like Korean, Thai will sound like Thai, African will sound like African, Indian will sound Indian, Indian also, North Indian will sound like North Indian, South Indian sound Uda Buda Bunda Undu Bundu. This is very common. And you get these comedians who make these jokes. Why you, what you want, I will not give you. Yeah, I know it's Russell Peters to all this. It's funny. Like you see another, oh, what is your name? Uga Buga, oh, my name is Osama. You know, like even these Arabs, Yahi, Shu, what you're doing, my name is Khalid, you know. So these mannerisms, they come from our culture. You can't expect a Chinese to sound like British. You can't expect an Aussie to sound like an American. In fact, even Americans themselves, there's so many accents, from Texas to someone from Mississippi, to someone from Alaska. An Australian, howdy mate. Yeah, Australians sound different. Canadians, they sound fucking different. People from US sound different. People from Ireland, try speaking to someone from Scotland or Ireland. You'll not even fucking understand. Like, do you have a Jean-Paul Belleau, mate? You know, when I was in Ireland, these guys would come and say, do you have a Jean-Paul Belleau, mate? And I was like, what the fuck did he just say? What he's asking is, do you have a John Player Blue mate? Do you have a John Player Blue mate? It's a brand of cigarette. But how did it? Do you have a John Player Blue mate? Scotty, I might don't have John Player Blue. So there's no right or wrong. It's just how you pronounce it. But yes, you should pronounce it properly. So this perception that someone with a Western accent is all because of media. When you see English movies, Hollywood movies, or British movies, you think that they are smart and intelligent. You'll find this surprising. Do you know that it took me years to understand British comedy or American comedy or American movies? I used to always buy movies with subtitles because I didn't understand what they're saying. I couldn't grasp the words, especially British comedy or British movies. Even today, when I see some movies, I don't understand what they're saying. You'll find it surprising. I have to literally see the subtitles of some movies because I miss out, and there's nothing to be ashamed about it. I just find their accent different. Try watching a Scottish movie or Irish movie. Try watching a British movie or movie that is from Texas. Try watching an African movie that speaks in English. Try buying an Indian movie that doesn't put on an accent and speaks in English. You'll find everyone different, man. So we believe that we have in the past believed a Gora was smarter, more intelligent, had better knowledge, more advanced because of all the media hype and the publicity. And yes, the advancement that was there those days. Today, however, those days are finished. Today, the white man is no longer as smart. Today, China is more advanced in terms of 5G, in terms of technology. Russia is very advanced in spying, in IT. India is fucking brilliant where the best minds are concerned. Pakistan, who we don't hear much. Some of the best engineers, technicians and technical experts come from there. I have met so many Africans, really educated, very well versed with their craft. You know, Chinese, Japanese, I mean, once upon a time, made in Japan was considered quality. Today, made in China is not bad. It's so affordable, so cheap. And the quality is as good as global standards. Why do you think OnePlus, when it came out with the phone, even, see, Huawei phones, OnePlus phone, Oppo phones, Realme, they might not be famous in terms of their brands. Trust me, use their phone, their flagship models that they have. You'll be like, fuck, this is as good as, even better than, you know, these overpriced Apple and Samsung products. But it just depends on the ecosystem. So overall, bottom line, what I want to tell you is, don't assume people from the West are smarter. Don't fall for this Gora skin. Don't fall for this accent and all that. In fact, so many of these Goras, if you once you get to know them, you'll realize like, what the fuck? They just think that they are smart because they have this accent or they have the few English words. They talk shit. All you have to do is look at American politics. Just listen to American politicians, listen to American politics, listen to the far left and far right, and you realize, fuck, how dumb they are. That's not limited to only US. Go to Canada, go meet Canadians. Why do you think so many Westerners, even whether Australians or whatever, why do you think they come to these third world countries to work? Why? Because they are trash in their own country. I've met so many whites who no fucking way they'll, even if they get double the salary, they'll not leave their country because they can't live this life. In the Middle East countries, most of the people who come Middle East countries, they just want a fast buck because they're useless in their own. And you will be shocked to know, I know so many plumbers, electricians, plumbers, I think you call it plumbers or plumbers, or plumbers and electricians and carpenters earning just average income. But once they came to the Middle East, they got positions of director. They got positions of CEO, CFO. All big name. I don't know if they were bullshitting on their resume, but this is what the reality is. But today I'll tell you, people are smart because they've realized those days, that aura, that image, that hallucination, that delusion, that's all bullshit. And that's why people don't fall for it. Today I can challenge you and tell you, someone from China, Africa, India. In fact, in India, you have IIT, IIMs. The creme de la creme come from there. Even in Pakistan, there are so many educated, classy people. This is not to say that the people in the West are all useless. No, don't get me wrong. It's a very competitive place. Very, very competitive. But the ones who stay there are the best, not the ones who leave from there. Because the best of the best will continue staying in their own country and they'll not leave. So this has been my experience. Now please don't get me wrong and think that I hate the whites or nothing like that. I'm talking of the ones who capitalize on this racist idea to get more income just by virtue of the color of their skin or their accent or the command of the English language and the perception that they are far more superior to us. No, that's bullshit. Today a Chinese or an Indian or Pakistani or African who doesn't know English or Russian is far more better than most of the English-speaking people from English-speaking countries. That is why there's a mad scramble for talent across the globe. And I hope this thinking or this racist attitude that sadly is the maximum in third world countries itself. Like here, even in Thailand, white skin has more value than dark skin. See any ad, Korean, Japanese, Thai, Vietnamese, see any ad, see the models, all are white, all look bright, all look, glossy skin. Nobody looks normal. They look like, that's why even the drinks, the cold drinks, they have written on top, collagen for white skin, bleaching skin cream, or bleaching face mask, or eat this fruit and you'll become white. They even have surgery for lightening the skin. They're trying to be who they are not. They're trying to put on an accent. In fact, some of the books that are there in these third world countries, they actually have you can Google search and find out, they have a white looking cartoon, white looking male, handsome, and they have a dark looking face, ugly. I'm not exaggerating. I'll see if I can get and show you this. It's in a textbook. That is why so many of them like to show white skin and dress up like whites and Westerners. So all I want to tell you through this video is, please don't fall for this bullshit. There are so many whites who accept Eastern philosophies and Eastern culture. Why do you think so many Goras? Oh, you need to align your chakras. You need to Om Namaste, Om Namah Shivaya. They try to wanna be Indians, wanna be Pakistanis, wanna be something else. Because their culture itself is shallow. And today, the advancement that they have, they are so advanced, it's become backwards. Transgender, my personal pronouns. Oh, I feel offended. It shows, no? Uneducated people, when you give them importance, this is what happens. So this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts. Like I said, this is a very personal example of how I experienced my interaction those days. I'm pretty sure things are changed, but still there's a lot more that has to be changed. So let me know your thoughts. Thought I'll share this experience with you. And please don't need to hate any nationality, any culture, anyone. But let's hate the act of racism. Let's hate, differentiation between human beings based on color, skin, religion, whatever. That's something I cannot tolerate. So this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Have you experienced this? And this is me signing off. You guys take care.